Wagwan, what's up? What's up? Go ahead and post this, pin this shit real quick. Yeah, come on in. Come on in. What's up? Wagwan, how's it going? Pin this real quick. What's up? Yeah, how you doing? Right now, I asked my followers how they want this next post. If it's gonna be live or if you want it to be another reel. And well, y'all have spoken. So I'm gonna give y'all this principle in a live. Now, what is exactly the law of polarity? This is one of the fourth principles. One of the fourth principles of the Hermetic principles known as the Secrets of Amenti, or the Emerald Tablets of Dehudi. And what the main premise of this principle is that everything is dual. The law of polarity states that like and unalike are one. What does that mean exactly? Like and unalike are one. What is that? What does that mean? Well, don't worry. I'ma fucking tell you. And I got my notes to do it. Everything is dual. Everything is a dualistic nature. You cannot have one without the other. Okay? Similar to the law of attraction and the law of correspondence. However, this principle states that everything has an opposite, and like and unalike are the same. Like and unalike are one. The only difference is degrees in measure. But ultimately, it's the same coin. Whether you're on team heads or team tails, it's still a coin. It's just a coin. Whether you're on north of the magnetic field or south of the magnetic field, it's just a magnet. Okay? Let me continue. Opposites are identical in nature, but different in degree. Extremes meet. All truths are but half truths. All paradoxes may be reconciled. You cannot have one without the other. For example, hot and cold. Although they are opposites, they are really the same thing. The only difference is degree. They are both just a temperature. You get me? So when we talk about good, we talk about evil, the right-hand path, the left-hand path. We talk about Jesus. We talk about the devil. Understand something here. And I'm going to try to be a little more in-depth with this because I don't want nothing to go over anyone's head. I don't want you guys to be confused about this shit. Okay? When we're talking about God, we're talking about the higher self, the higher vibration within you. When we're talking about the devil, we're talking about the lower self, the lower vibration in you. The angels are the higher mind. The higher aspects of self are the angles of light. You could call them the upper three chakras. The demons, these are the lower self aspects. You could call these the lower three chakras, right? So ultimately, there's only one energy. There's only one divine energy. What you do with it, how you perceive it, ultimately is what makes you God or the devil. But the choice is up to you. You see, there is a divine force. Yes. There are spirits. Yes. But they can only influence. They cannot affect. It's up to you to be either the cause or the effect. The divine The demons, they can only influence, but ultimately, it's your choice. So with the law of polarity and everything being dual, you cannot have one without the other, right? You cannot have masculine without feminine. You cannot have good without the bad. Remember, it is the darkness that makes the light shine so bright. Not the other way around. It's you can't beget light from light. If you're in light, you won't see the light. You'll be blinded. If you're in darkness, you won't see the dark. You'll be blinded. You can only see darkness from light. You can only see light from darkness. It's a path. It's a natural give and take, I'd say. And the mutualness, the mortality of it, that's one of the cosmic paradoxes of life. You see, a lot of times we argue and pick sides, we bicker and fight and follow-dotty amongst each other, whenever in our reality, like and unalike are one. Seriously, like, you can't escape the law. I guarantee you, the more you try to escape these laws, the more it's just going to show up in your life. You have to learn how to face it. You have to learn how to deal with them. For example, if you are constantly getting faced with things in life you don't like, rude people, fucked up situations, people, places, or things, it is because it's an energy. Yes, it's an energy. Everything you do, say, eat, drink, think, have, affects you and others. Everything. It's a natural give and take. You see, we like to think that the waking world, the physical world, and the spiritual world are separate. Nothing is separate. See, the separation is really an illusion. For example, today is June 6th, 668. 668. 12 plus 8, 20. That's a 2. 2 denotes what? The feminine. 2 denotes what? The mother. What have we all been talking about? The return of the matriarch, the return of the dark queen, the dark goddess, right? The dark realm is the feminine realm. I can't emphasize that enough. Darkness, it doesn't represent evil or bashfulness or wickedness. Darkness represents the unknown. You have the unknown world and you have the known world. You have the waking world and then you have the hidden world. Okay? They're not separate and they are not different. If you pay attention to these sayings and these laws, as above, so below, as within, so without. Let thou be done on earth as it is in heaven. Come on, guys. It's all polarity. It's all duality. It's a dualistic nature. It's a natural force of give and take. You can't do one without the other. You can't have one without the other. It takes both. Just like whenever I was going in on mentalism and correspondence and having discipline, it all these principles go together. You can't emphasize on one principle and ignore the others. You can't emphasize on one universal law and ignore the others. They are all a corresponding act of divine oneness. Understand? Understand? Real shit. Let's keep going. The same applies to light and dark, large and small, hard and soft, and good and bad, positive or negative. The importance of this law comes in the understanding, the understanding, and the overstanding of one's ability to transmute and change the vibration from one extreme to another. In order to be rich, in order to experience abundance, you have to experience some sort of struggle. You have to experience some sort of lack. In order to experience happiness, You have to experience some sort of pain. It's a natural give and take. If you didn't experience pain, if you never experienced pain or suffering, how are you going to know when you are receiving true love and goodness? You're not going to. It's part of your initiation. You see, it's not really happening to you, it's happening for you. I don't know if y'all have ever heard this saying growing up, but pain is weakness leaving the body. For what doesn't kill me makes me stronger. No pain, no gain. Or am I the only one who's heard that growing up? But let us continue. Let us continue. This is the study of alchemy, the art of alchemy. In reality, changing one's base thoughts and emotions into spiritual or mental gold, or a soul realized energy. The hate or the coal can be transformed by the power of your mind into love, aka the gold in alchemy. Your lower self can be transformed into your higher self using the art of polarization. Polarization, guys. What up? What up? What up? Come on in, big love. Y'all see me? Shit, I'm out here giving the dues. And what I'm not going to do is act. I'm really giving it to you guys right now. I'm really giving it to you right now. And what I'm doing, a part of this, the way it is, how it has to be, I need y'all to understand me and feel me with this shit here. For real. I need you to understand me and feel me with this shit here. This is some real spill, nigga. I'm not the only person talking about this shit. Okay? When you use the art of polarization and understanding that you cannot have one without the other, and that when you're feeling, this emotion, this thought, or you're going through this situation, it's just a different in degree. And that ultimately, if you can tap into this, you could tap into the polar opposite, which would be goodness and transcendence and transformation and beauty and love, simply by a thought. A shift in the waves and particles that are happening within. Because you understand, whenever you're feeling emotions, whenever you're feeling any emotion, when you have a memory on your mind, you're actually performing alchemy within the body. It's releasing chemicals, it's releasing substances, and it's making the certain organisms and organs inside your body react simultaneously to the energy and motion, aka the emotion that you're feeling. Rather it be positive or negative. And what it's really doing is sending out a fucking signal to the divine that this is what you want in your life. Thus, you will continue to get it. And you won't understand it until you understand the polarization behind it. Okay? Transform the power in your mind. Transform that hate, that jealousy, that anger, that sense of lack into love, prosperity, and abundance. And only you can do that. Through practice, meditation, breath work. Let me tell you something. When you eat good, you feel good. When you start working out, you even feel better. So now that you're eating good and you're living a little better, you're feeling better. You start dressing a little better. You start doing actions a little better. You start thinking a little better. Not to say that you got to change your whole fucking diet and just go vegan out of the blue. No one's saying that. Research vegan face. Everybody is different and we're all uniquely special. That's what makes us all individuals. If we weren't individually unique, we'd all look the same and we'd all do the same stuff. We'd all have the same brains and the same mindsets. But what, guys? What? We don't. And that's the beauty of it. That's what makes it so special. That's what makes this experience a fucking experience. Remember, we're here to experience what it is to be human. We're here to have a human experience. You cannot experience that if everyone's doing the same shit, thinking the same way, eating the same stuff, dressing the same way. Then we're all going to be the same. That's the law of polarity. You can't have one without the other. And they're the same. When everyone's like, oh, the white devil, the black devil, the nigga. Devil and the God are the same. They're just differences in measure. That's like when people talk about the word apocalypse, not knowing the definition. It just means being revealed. Exactly. That's that shit. Like, they regurgitate stuff, but they don't actually do the research to know what they're talking about. They just want to sound like the smartest nigga in the room. No, not over here. Not in this camp. We do the research, and we enlighten each other, and we help each other. We keep each other on our square to understand what's happening around us as we breathe in the waves and sensations. Yes, breathe in the waves and sensations around you. Practicing the art of breath, which by definition is a fucking religion. We all divide to someone one way or another. Exactly. Now let's keep going. Using the art of polarization, an empty bank account can be transformed into a full bank account. We just need to polarize our consciousness differently. A person who identifies with their mental body may need to polarize to the soul. Then, to be monad or the trinad or the triad of God. All varying degrees of the same thing. Like attracts like, rather negative or positive. Your energy flows where your attention goes. Let me say it for you again. Your energy flows where your attention goes. Let me say it again. Your energy flows where your attention goes. You got me, folks? Yeah. And that's the law of polarity in a fucking nutshell. That's the law of polarity in a nutshell. Now use that with the law of correspondence. Use that with the law of mentalism. Use that with the law. Okay? Use it all with the law. Use it all with the law. Even the law of vibration. We all devils to someone one way or another. Now the ones in the back didn't hear you. See? See what I'm talking about? See what I'm talking about? Energy flows where attention goes. So if you constantly focused on, this shit's fucked up, fuck this, I hate my life, why is this always happening to me, everything's going wrong, damn, I ain't got no fucking money, fuck, I got no food in my fridge, whoopty, blase, blah, then all that shit is going to keep happening to you. You have to change your perception. If you don't like the product you're producing, change the bait, change your behavior, okay? A man who lives the same way he did at 25 at the age of 50 just wasted half of his life. And with that, I'm going to leave it there. Peace, love, and bliss to you all. This was just a quick little check-in. They wanted me to do a live for the law of polarity versus real for the law of polarity. Run this shit up, man. Share it with your people. Share it with your friends. Because at the end of the day, everybody's going to hear it one way or another. If it's not going to be from Kasheal, it's going to be from another one of these speakers out here speaking truth. But we're all doing it. You're going to get this message. Even if I got to cuss, even if I got to smoke, you're going to get this message. And with that,